Hey guys, how's it going? So today we're going to be looking at solving multi-step problems. So our objective says I can solve multi-step problems. Pretty straightforward. Now a multi-step problem means that it has more than one step. It could have two, it could have three, it could have four, but we're just going to focus on problems with two steps, which means that we're going to do one problem and then we're going to do another problem that goes with it, because multi means more than one. All right, let's look at 32 plus 27. But then, that's our first step. But then after that, we're going to subtract 15. Okay, that's a multi-step problem. There's two parts to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 32 and 27. I know 7 and 2 is 9. And I know 3 and 2 is 5. And now I'm going to subtract 15. 9 minus 5 is 4. 5 minus 1 is 4. So my answer is 44. Now, did you see how quickly I did that? I didn't use my fingers, or I didn't have to think or use a number line. That's because I have my math facts memorized. And when we do our math fact cards, it's really important that you try to just know the numbers. So that's why we want to practice. So if I hold up 7 and 2, you can just say 9 really fast. That's going to help us do these kinds of problems more quickly as well. So let's look at another multi-step problem. And they'll continue to get a little more difficult as time goes on, and when we come back from Christmas, we will start working on adding 3-digit numbers. So let's look at 57 plus 25. Then let's subtract 41. All right, let's start with the first step to the problem. 57 plus 25. 7 and 5 is 12. I have my 2, carry the 1. And then I'm going to say that 5 and 2 is 7 and 1 more is 8. So we get 82. Now I need to know what 82 minus 41 is. So 2 minus 1 is 1, and 8 minus 4 is 4. So my answer is 41. Now sometimes it doesn't give you the number. Sometimes you have to read a word problem. It gives you the number, but you have to figure out what to do with it. So we might have a word problem that says, let me just come up with one, okay. Sally I'm going to say had 36 what? Candy canes. Just trying to make sure you can still see it. Candy canes. She got 42 more. She gave Chad 52 of them. So the question is, how many candy canes does Sally have now? So if we had a problem like this, we need to figure out what we're supposed to do. So I know Sally had 36 candy canes, and then I know she got 42 more. So I know I'm going to add those two numbers together. So let me just go ahead and do that. 36 plus 42 equals 6 and 2 is 8, and 3 and 4 is 7. 78. And then she gave Chad 52 of them. She gave Chad 52. So if she gave something away, we're going to subtract. So I had 78, now I'm going to take away 52. 8 minus 2 is 6, and 7 minus 5 is 2. So now Sally has 26 candy canes. Okay? So sometimes it will give you the problem, and sometimes it'll give you a word problem that you have to find the information, and then you have to make a problem to solve it. Let's look at one more multi-step word problem here. Let's see. And write it in my black marker. Okay, here we go. DeAsia had, let me say, 46 red candy canes. That's an easy one. And 26 green candy canes. Okay, so she's got quite a few candy canes so far. Let's say Cooper gives her how many do you give her, Cooper? How about 24 more red candy canes? So now what we want to know is how many candy canes does DeAsia have in all, or now? How many candy canes does DeAsia have now? Well, let's start out with DeAsia has 46 red ones and 26 green ones. So let's add 46 plus 26. Well, I know 6 and 6 is a double, so I know that 6 and 6 is 12. I'm going to put my 2 here, carry my 1. I know 4 and 1 is 5. 5 and 2 is 7. So right now she has 72 candy canes. But then Cooper came along and gave her 24 more. So I'm going to add, I'm not taking away, because she didn't give any away or lose any. She's getting more candy canes. So we're going to add 24. So I know 2 and 4 is 6. 7 and 2 is 9. So DeAsia has 96 candy canes in all. All right. So you really have to look at the words and break apart the problem before you start writing it. So I'd suggest whenever you read the problem, I suggest reading it one time just to see what it says, and reading it a second time just to find the information you need, and then start doing your problem. So then I would have done this, like I did this first, and then I read the last part to see what else to do, and then go back and check it and make sure that what you wrote down here matches what the problem says up here. All right? Bye.